Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Taurus for the season of Scorpio, starting from the 19th of October through to the 19th of November. So that's the Scorpio season. Okay, Taurus, I'll just give a quick shuffle and we'll see what messages lie ahead for you guys and what's the focus for this month, or this season. I keep having to remind myself of that. Let's see. Taurus. So earth and water. Water, Scorpio's water, but Taurus and Scorpio are polar opposites. So they resonate with each other in a good way. Water can drown earth though, so just be careful. Okay, energy around or focus this month is the Chariot. So the Chariot says there will be success and victory for you. However, make sure you are emotionally disciplined. So any of your weaknesses, and we all know what our weaknesses are, they need to be fine-tuned a bit before you can sort of get this success, before things will really take off. And this is a good thing, and it's a great card because we've all got things that we think, oh, I'm not very good at that. So this card's saying, well, if you want that success, if you want to get where you want to go, because it's a chariot, so it's a moving vehicle basically, the vehicle moving through life, just work on your weaknesses this season, in the Scorpio season, Taurus. And you're good at that because you're very you're the architects of the zodiac. You build things slowly but surely you're a builder. So let's just see where this chariot can take you, anywhere you want to go. It's just those emotional disciplines that you've got to sort of sharpen. I love that card. This is where you are right now. Ace of Cups. So new beginnings, this beautiful, and it's for Scorpio too, so water. Very much something new has come in, or you've met somebody, or there's something you've discovered that you really want to pursue in terms of something that you love doing, whatever that might be. The Ace of Cups talks about that uprush of emotions, about something that you really think, this is amazing, this makes me feel so good because I love it and I want to do it and I want to find out everything I can. If you've met someone new, you just resonate with this person. So that's there, right where you are at the moment as we start Scorpio season, Taurus. So it's amazing. So let's see where it's going to take you. Let's see what brought that here though for you, Taurus. Yeah, Ten of Swords. So yeah, it's been a difficult, I always call this the card of the family curse. We've all got a family curse. There's always something. There's always something that we've got to be fixing with families and being aware of and being diplomatic. Difficult period, usually the Ten of Swords, but it sort of says that, look, it's coming to an end and you've kind of, you've done the challenge. The box is ticked. And now, as a reward of getting through that difficult family curse time, you've got the Ace of Cups. So you should be feeling really pleased with yourself, Taurus, really. Because Ten of Swords is difficult. And it seems to be difficulty upon difficulty. But however, you've made it. So there, congratulations there. Let's see the background. Yeah, Four of Swords. So you've been sitting back a bit. You know, for us in the Southern Hemisphere, maybe this was the winter time, just hibernating away, just sort of watching, being entertained indoors because it's cold, or just taking a step back and just sort of having a rest from all the stuff that's been going on with family or with people and the difficulties with communications, with anything going on in your life. So you've been wise to take a step back and just be an observer rather than a participant. Maybe you haven't been well, but they're the same sort of thing. That's when we say, well, you can't possibly go to work like that. You've got to stay at home and get better. It's that card where you just have to take that step out and observe rather than compete. Doesn't really match with you guys, Taurus, because you're very strong people. So yeah, that would, but that is the background. Recent influences. And we have a new beginning coming in with the Fool. So new journeys to be embarked upon here. So go for it. There's risk whenever there's a new journey, but you know you've got this wonderful Ace of Cups where you are at the moment. So grab it with both hands and just get on board and think, well, it's a journey, it's an adventure. Where's it going to take me? And I can do it because I've been, and it's time because I've been through the difficulties. And now I've got all this energy to start new things. If it's a relationship or just something you've discovered that you really want to pursue. It's for whatever your emotional soul needs. So it's presented itself. So grab it, Taurus. Never one to shy away from a challenge, the Taurus. The lesson you'll be learning in the season of Scorpio. Knight of Wands, and things really move quickly with the Knight of Wands. So the pace, the tempo, the pace, it really steps up. It's sort of very fast. You might have gone, yeah, you've gone from the Four of Swords just sitting back and being quite sort of an observer to being a participant, and really sort of things changing gear very quickly and going in a completely different direction. You weren't expecting this. And this is the lesson. This is what life does sometimes. We have a really difficult time and we adapt to that, and then suddenly out of the blue something comes in like a meteor and just hits us, and suddenly we've got this energy burst and you're going in a completely different direction. But that's the beauty of life. You never know what's there. This nights are always messengers, and it can be a person coming into your life that absolutely does light up your life or just really enthuse you, and energy gives you the energy and sort of makes you feel like, yeah, I can do anything I want. And there's heaps of energy with this night. Very creative. If it indeed is a person, a young or a guy, it can be whatever age you want, but he's still got that youth and enthusiasm about stuff he wants to do and how he moves through things, and he's got lots of energy. So that's a really nice card for whatever it means for you this month, this season, Taurus. It's great. So just go with the energy of him, because he goes very, very fast. Near future, Page of Wands. So in comes the Page of Wands, sort of as we've moved into Scorpio. So probably just around the Halloween time, around the end of October, we've got this Page of Swords. Just being, you know, things up in the air a little bit, and then starting to doubt things, doubt what you're feeling, and wanting to put, you know, not knowing where it's going, what's happening with the Page of Swords. So all you do with this energy is you just make a decision and move forward with it, because you've got all this forward moving energy. Don't sort of get in your head and sort of, will I do this? Will I do that? You've got to just make it real, make it happen. Also the card of other people sort of observing you, other people watching you, gossiping about you. Well, who cares about them? You don't worry. You just get on with what you're doing. Since when did you ever care about what the people on the sidelines thought? You don't. You're a doer. You get on with things, and you're very stable people. So this is a Page of Swords. So don't stop and start thinking, oh my God, I've done the wrong thing. You haven't. Just make things, absolutely make things happen for yourself. Don't just leave it in your head swirling around, because that won't help. If you have met somebody, maybe that might be other people going, oh, what on earth's going on there, or blah, blah, putting their 50 cents worth in, as everyone does these days with social media, etc. You know, it's all right. Just get things moving for your own self. Don't worry about the other people. What's happening that you're not realising? Oh, look, the Eight of Pentacles. So doing really well. Or the Eight of Coins. You're fine, Taurus. You know where you are. You know, this is the card of the Master, the hard-working person that, you know, and things come to this person because they just do work hard, put a lot of energy into work and projects. Whatever they do very well and very thoroughly. This is the card of the writer also, so it can talk about, you know, journaling or just anything, just making things happen. And as we saw with the page of swords there, it's like, oh, well, I won't I? Well, in this one, you actually will. And you're not thinking that you will, but you will. So just do it as you do everything else. Use the same formula you've always used, Taurus. It's never failed you, and it's not going to fail you. How others see you? A beautiful Empress, the female, the archetype female, the beautiful female, lots of abundance everywhere. Things going really well, just using that female energy, even for the guys. It's just that we all have male and female, masculine and feminine. This is very feminine and very much using, you know, all your fabulous attributes. And this is how people see you. Oh, she can do anything she turns her hand to. What's she doing now? What's he doing now? They're very sort of, yeah, it's just abundance. And other people probably think, why do they always have everything? Well, because they work hard for it. That's the Taurus mojo, really. So beautiful card, Taurus. What you're feeling positive about in the Scorpio season? Ace of Wands. Wow. So this is energy personified. This is like energy just to burn. Lots of energy, new beginnings. So we've got two aces now. We've got Ace of Cups in emotions and Ace of Wands with the energy to do whatever it is you want to do. And you know you've got that energy. So just use it. Also for you younger females, just watch fertility. I always say watch the fertility whenever we get this card, because it's high fertility. So, and it's physical. So say no more without going into further. You get the drift. But for everyone else, it's just about using that available energy to put into your, where you're going, what you're doing, and just feeling good about it, because it's moving forward. The outcome. So Three of Coins. So very much spiritual learning. So really typical coins, which is your coins belongs to the Taurus. It's the earth energy. So spiritual learning, whatever's been going to be happening in this next 4 weeks in Scorpio is going to be very spiritually in tune with where you want to be, what you want to do. Even if it's work, this is a great team. This is a great team worker. This is a person that really puts in. This is a person that makes things happen and things expand and grow with the Three of Pentacles or the Three of Coins. So, you know, finishing up with a really great sort of looking back on the 4 weeks with thinking, yes, I've really learned a lot. I've done a lot. It's great. I'm on my path. I'm on my new path. I'm on my new journey. I'm in an adventure. I'm really pleased about it, and I've worked hard for it. So there you go. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, now, Taurus, I'm just going to put a few complementary cards on, because this Knight of Wands as the lesson. So forward moving energy, change of direction. And then this pesky little Page of Swords, the little gossip, the little sort of air energy in your, let's see. So underneath the Knight of Wands, we have the Magician. So all the potential. You have all the potential to do whatever it is that's coming forward with the Knight of Wands. But it will be fast moving, but you can do fast moving as well. I know usually Taurus are methodical plotters. They take a long time to build things, but everything's absolutely perfectly done. But don't sort of balk and go, oh, I can't do this. You have to do it, and you've got the potential. It's spiritual messenger coming in saying, come on, just get on and do it. You can do it, and it's going to be great. So it's almost like a message from your spirit guides to say, you know you can do it. You know you need to do it, so just do it. It's going to be great. Let's see what's underneath this Page of Swords, the little spy card. Let's see what's under the surface of that, because he can be bothersome, because he can put us back a few steps when we thought we were really optimistic, and then suddenly you start overthinking it and nothing's been done, and then you just go into a head spin about should I or shouldn't I. 3 of Swords. This is the grief card. So whatever this means, and this could mean, look, if it is a new relationship or having met somebody after quite a while of not being involved in, you know, relationships, and still, you know, the hangover of a particularly nasty or difficult breakup, there's the initial sort of surge of fabulousness from meeting someone new, for example, can kind of really peter out, and then you sort of go into your head and remember the last relationship you had and how painful the ending of that was. And so it's going to bring a bit of that, no matter what it is for you, Taurus, this 4-week period. But just remember to sort of swallow the bitter pill. Yeah, well, that was then, now we're here. So try not to sort of overthink it too much. Yeah, it's always there. Or bad, you know, experiences in the past. Yeah, well, we bring them with us, but just don't let it sort of hamper your progress through, because, you know, as we come up here in the second half of the Scorpio time, things going really well. So acknowledge the grief, acknowledge what you're feeling. If there is sorrow, acknowledge it. And in acknowledging it and swallowing that bitter pill, it tastes horrible, but once it starts working, it's good. It will help you move forward, Taurus. So, yeah, that will be there. And this is, funnily enough, it's around the time of Halloween too. So some people find Halloween, I find it quite sort of, it's a very surreal time. It's quite, yeah, people go and it's that time where we can sort of remember those that have passed. So it can bring up grief and, you know, loss. But just remember that that's part of the Halloween. That's part of that time of the year where we have to sort of remember that. So that'll be all right, Taurus. I know it will. Now, let's see what your message card from the Buddha reading cards is for this 4-week period. So it's going to be interesting. Taurus. Pure understanding. The stillness of the heart reflects heaven on earth. A truth unfolds with no strings attached. The heart becomes simple and pure. When you can take away the personal stories and fears created by the mind and strip away the toxic emotions of anger, self-doubt and frustration, you can look at what is happening quite simply as it is. I think that's so lovely for you. It really is, especially in this Scorpio time, Halloween and all. Okay, have a really, really great 4 weeks. Thanks so much for listening, Taurus. Until Sagittarius season. Thank you.